Hi guys, welcome to round one with CoCoBears. We won the die roll. We will elect to play first. Right out of the gate, this hand is a snap mulligan. If this was a dual land, this would be a pretty easy keep, but we can't keep a one lander if it's not green. We risk way too much, so we gotta mulligan it. Hmm. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna go down to 5. All right. Well, we'll keep this hand. Um, I actually think we'll keep the marsh flats because we can fetch, thin our deck out a little bit, and it also pumps Knight of the Reliquary on turn 2. So we're going to go ahead and shock ourselves and play Noble Hierarch. Plus, this also means if Noble Hierarch does get killed on turn 1, we do have an access to a third land for Knight of the Reliquary as well. Opponent not wanting to divulge what he is playing yet. I think we're still gonna go ahead and run out the Knight here. Okay, so this looks like Cheerios. Um, I can't imagine this matchup being great because we just don't have a lot of removal. Um, so we'll just yield until the end of turn and see where he goes, see how deep he goes. He got his Mox Opal and he retract. I mean, we do have Kasali Pride Mages to shoot the Mox Opals, but I feel like this matchup is just pretty unwinnable. Just because they're so fast. We just gotta hope to stick like an early Thalia. Yeah, he's just got the combo already, I guess. Oh, he's digging for it. I mean, I guess maybe he just drew all his lands now. Hmm. Okay. So that's interesting. Our opponent just fizzles. But this is actually pretty bad because we can't actually swing into this. So he's pretty much like neglecting all of our value. Like I think this game's actually already over. Um, but we will fight the good fight and make him do it. And I mean, we could just continue to filter our deck out with lands with our Knight of the Reliquary. As a Saram, okay. Another pure steel. And he retracted. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and scoop. He's got it by now. Okay. Hmm. So Stony Silences are good against him, and Thalias are good. So what's not good against him? What do we want to take out? Um, Probably take out the Scavenging Oozes and Renegade Rallier's not that great either. We'll leave one Scooz in just in case. We can Scooz away the retract so we can't Noxious Revival it. Um, this hand's pretty slow. I don't think we can actually keep it. Because we just don't have anything on the field by turn 2 when he wants to go off anyway. So we're just gonna ship it. We'll keep this hand just because we have the path for his early creature. So yeah, we'll keep that. Yeah, we'll put this on top. And the Cheerios decks are good if you can land a creature, but the problem that you have with them is now decks understand how they work. So they just kind of disrupt your combo a lot by just removing your creatures. And you only have 8 in the deck, so it's very hard to consistently have multiples at a time. And that's what this deck has to do, is have multiples at a time to keep people from just killing them. There's no reason to run out the Pride Mage right now. We're holding up for Path because again, we just can't tap out when he could play a second land and land the creature. But it looks like he kept a greedy one lander and he's trying to dig for it. So hmm. Okay, well, still no reason to run out the Pride Mage. Okay, looks like our opponent's still stuck on one land. What's he starting to ship? He ships. So this tells me he's got more than one creature in his hand. So I think we give it one more turn until we're forced to discard a card before we run out of Pride Mage. Okay, so now it's versus discarding, I think we'll run out the Pride Mage. It's unfortunate that we haven't hit our land drops either. Okay, so now he's choosing to not discard anymore either. Okay, there's a third land drop. Um, we're just gonna swing with the Pride Mage. And now we have no reason to run out Brimaz or anything right now. I think I gotta believe just keeping up Path is better right now. Yeah, see, if we would have tapped out and he plays a creature, he could have comboed to killed us this turn. Okay, so Saram, one Path to Saram. But he's probably got at least one other creature in field or in his hand because like as someone who's played this deck, you don't want to pitch your creatures unless you've got backup plans. Mm, man, we really needed a land or a Thalia right there. I feel like we're just kind of dead this turn. Yeah. So we'll just let him combo off. Not much really we could do about it. We like I said, we really needed that fourth land to try to Coco and get a Thalia into play. Okay, but it looks like he's kind of fizzled out on his combos. It's not a land or a Thalia either. Hmm. Man, it's just crazy how poorly we've drawn this game. Okay, so I think here we just run out the Voice of Resurgence because now if he plays Mox Opal, we're gonna shoot it with the Kasali Pride Mage because we know he doesn't have one in his hand because he would have played it last turn while we were tapped out. Cast, okay. Okay. Okay, so there's the Mox Opal. In response to him, so yeah, now I think we're gonna shoot the Mox Opal. Would be in really, really good shape this game if we could have stuck a Thalia or got another Path to Exile, but like now he's just gonna draw 2 cards for every equipment. I think it's just pretty over. But I mean, I guess he might not have any equipment in his hand. Interesting that he would choose to shock himself. He's gonna grape. Oh, he's going for the grape shot on Brimaz. Okay, interesting. Maybe he. I guess he's gonna try to get there the old-fashioned way with Pure Steel Paladins. Ugh, that's the one land we didn't want. Okay, okay. Guess we'll just play Kitchen Finks and gain some life, make him have to storm even further to get us. Most decks only run 1 copy of Grape Shot. Some run 2, but they also run a couple of copies of Noxious Revival. Another Pure Steel Paladin. We're not going to yield till the end of turn here, though, because if he does attack, we do want to block. With his grape shot being in the yard, also, I kind of want to make him have to either have another grape shot or a noxious revival. So I'm not. I mean, I'm not just going to auto scoop either. Okay, Saram. Well, he stopped drawing cards with Pure Steel Paladin, so that's not good for us. Yes, we will most definitely be blocking. Just because it gains us 2 life also off the Kitchen Finks and makes it harder for him to storm off. Okay. Um, I think we're going to cast Collected Company right now. Actually, so we're gonna fetch first, just to thin the deck out just a little, and then we'll Collected Company. Try to get Thalia into play. I guess we'll get a Knight and a Kitchen Finks and gain some more life. He's running Rest in Peace. Okay, well that's an interesting thing. Okay, never seen the Cheerios deck run that. I mean, he must not be not running Noxious Revivals then. Okay, so since we're like not really in any danger of taking some big hits, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just double block. Um, yeah, I think we're gonna double block. Takes well, there's no reason to. There's no reason to not just block one of the bigger ones. So we'll take 4. So we're only gonna take 2, and we'll kill off one of his Pure Steel Paladins. Okay, seems like a fair trade to me. So we just effectively 1-for-1 with creatures and only lost a couple of life, so that's fine. Just at this point, our creatures are going to be so big, he just can't really expect to profitably swing through. Silencing us. That's in response. We'll go ahead and Collected Company. All right. I like these. So, Brimaz and Voice come in. Okay. We have been silenced, and we will just pass the turn. If he tries to swing again, like I said, Brimaz with the elemental token gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And if we draw a Wiltleaf Liege, I don't see him actually winning this game because then our guys are so big that they could effectively just one for one trade with his guys. And since he did exile his grape shot from the game, unless he has a second one, he is going to have to get there with the old fashioned beats. And that's just not what this deck wants to do. This deck wants to combo kill you. Okay, so our blocks are going to be. We're going to block this and this. And I guess we can. Yeah, I guess we'll just take two. Yeah, he just saw it. He can't get through with damage on us. Our creatures provide way too much value. He has to storm off or bust on us. Okay, so I think it's the same thing. We're just gonna keep running it just the same way. I said if we get the early Path to Exile or early Thalia, or heck even the early Stony Silence, I think we're in okay shape against this matchup, but it's still pretty risky. This hand's great. I don't think we can go turn one Noble Hierarch though, just because since he is on the play, he might get down the 2-drop creature before us, and we don't want to do that. We don't want to risk that. Only way this hand gets better is with a second copy of Path, the Stony Silence, or a Thalia. Looks like our opponent kept a one lander. Now we can punish him. Because now we can just go Noble Hierarch land, have hold Path open, and then the following turn, hopefully we can just start chaining into our stuff. So if we get one more land, we can Collected Company, and then follow it up with a Wiltleaf Leash and really put the pressure on him. Okay, Saram is fine. Get Path. He could have another enabler in his hand, but he's got 4 cards even after the draw. So I think it's okay running Noble Hierarch out. And we're going to hold back on Scoos. We're going to make him really think we have a second Path in our hand. Get a second enabler. Okay, so now we're kind of in trouble. It depends on how much equipment he draws this turn. Like, we really want to make it one more turn so we could Collected Company. But, I mean, it looks like he's just going to have the nuts right now. Yeah, it's just gonna keep cycling. Okay, so he fizzled out. We really, really need a Path to Exile or a Thalia right now. Oh, well, ask and you shall receive, I guess. Play the Thalia. And now we'll commit the Scoos just because he knows we don't have a Path to Exile. Hopefully he can't remove the Thalia this turn and just immediately keep going. Okay. So by him playing the Quarter Shield, it tells us he either has to have a Path to Exile. Actually, he does have to have a Path to Exile to remove the Thalia because Echoing Truth just won't do it because he's only got access to 2 mana, and that would cost 3. So I mean, he could equip the Mantle to Saram, play Retract, bounce all of his stuff back, and then play 1 equipment. But that doesn't seem very favorable to him either. So he might just want to suit up everything and make it to where we can't really attack into him. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to try to get there 2 points at a time again on us. Next turn, though, I think we are going to Collected Company. Awesome. Yeah, there's not really any reason to swing. We can't get through his big booty dudes. What we're really hoping for is to collect a company into Kasali Pride Mages, so we can shoot his Mox Opal and his Paradise Mantles, just like kind of negate him off of red colored mana. So he's grape shotting Thalia. I think that's okay. I'd rather him use the grape shot now. Okay, so he's targeting Skoos and Thalia. I think I like collected companying right now. Oh, we can't collected company. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So he's going to kill the Skoos first, which is smart. And then kills Thalia. Okay. Now we'll collected company. Oof, whiff. Okay, well. Okay, well now I think we just lose. That was a really big whiff on the collected company. But maybe he just doesn't have another grape shot. But we'll see. No, he did have the Noxus Revival. Okay. Yep, and now we lose. All right. Well, like I said, this next matchup against Cheerios is pretty atrocious. They want to go off and get under our curve, and if we can't get the proper amount, or if they draw too many creatures over our path to exiles, it's just a really unwinnable matchup. So, all right. Well, you got it. I mean, our next collected company was going to be pretty bad too. So, all right. Well, lost 0-1. All right. Well, hopefully we'll see back. We'll see back for round two.